Welcome again in the new video, of course, on the same topic, but with some kind of new additions and new scenarios regarding Injustice Survivor. Today, it's more about jurisdiction system that there are different types of actually jurisdiction system in this world. We can see the systems; those are facilitating us the justice. Actually, generally speaking, there is no justice in this world anymore. They are only judicial facilities. Justice is some kind of higher level of peace and deep level of peace, of course, but unfortunately, we are not experiencing it. Anyways, it's little more about understanding the classifications. The classifications, those are able to separate some different situations who creates an injustice survivor. Basically, there are two situations, there are two types of injustice survivor. One is the person who got harm from someone intentionally. If there is a planner and who is of course harming someone intentionally, of course, as I have mentioned in my earlier videos, that he's the person who is called trapper. He's actually the real injustice survivor maker. And this is the situation of injustice survivor. The person who is victim, he is injustice survivor in this situation. But if there is no trapper, there is no injustice survivor. There are some also situations where people meet the event in their life accidentally, and after meeting this event, they become injustice survivor, or you can say they start feeling pain, they start having problems and negative energies in their life, but they they met they met this situation accidentally. Those are not actually injustice survivors because they cannot fight for injustice. There is a guy and his father got died because of heart attack, or you can say because of a road accident. Of course, after the death of his father, he won't be able to see him, he won't be able to get the love of his father, and he is going to miss him in all of his life. Of course, it's a lots of pain, but nothing happened with him as injustice, because whatever happened, no one was involved, no one has planned that accident, no one has planned that heart attack, for example. So that was an accidental death. He's still in a painful process, but he cannot fight for justice. He cannot go anywhere to ask for justice on this kind of scenario. So this guy, this person is not actually, he doesn't come in the category of injustice survivor. But if someone has murdered his father, he planned properly the murder of his father, and then he had to face these kind of circumstances. Someone had planned or trapped his father in some kind of financial way, and he had to go in jail. He was actually innocent, the father, and he suffered. The son suffered afterwards. This is actually the category of injustice survivor because there is a trapper involved. So trapper is actually someone who makes the injustice survivor. If we go a little more deeper, there are lots of there are lots of people who are having or who are experiencing different types of injustice in them in a daily routine life. Even a kid who is being shouted by his parents just because he could not get very good grades in his class this year, and unnecessarily they are shouting at him. He's also an injustice survivor because he is the one who does not deserve it. A kid who got beaten by his teacher just because he was late in the class, it was also unnecessarily, because beating someone is not really part of justice. Beating someone is not really part of our moralism. That is against his personality's development process. So he's also an injustice survivor. An employee who got shouted, who got insulted by his employer just in front of others, just being late in the office, or he could not present something properly, maybe he's also somehow an injustice survivor, because this humiliation he doesn't deserve. He could have given him, he could have fired him, but the humiliation is not something he deserved. And this is something, of course, there is a trapper involved, because the employer is doing it intentionally. Why he's doing it intentionally? Just to have hold, just to keep the aura about him on the mind of other people, that all the other employees should be afraid of him. Whenever they're going to confront him, they need to be very careful, and they need to have some strong preparations. So this is also one type of injustice survivor, because this is something he actually does not deserve. If an employee doesn't get his salary on time, and because of this event he has to face the humiliation and insult from his landlord, because of his late salary, he was not really able to pay his rent on time, he's also one type of injustice survivor. But on which situation? There are some kind of situations it's not really easy to decide that where he was actually injustice survivor, which situation, which event makes him injustice survivor. The event where he had to face the problem of having late salary, or the event where he had to face the humiliation from his landlord. So there is more deeper situation. Actually, it's all about law. As much as injustice we are experiencing in our daily routine life, law has to be evolved, and it has to be on a system that it should keep evolving, because injustice will come anyway, and these kind of situations we will see anyway in our life. Where the jurisdiction system is concerned, there are three jurisdictional systems being implemented in this world. One is perceptive jurisdictional system. Second is adjective jurisdictional system, and third is enforcemental jurisdictional system. We will talk about it in our next videos. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and give your feedback in comment box. Thank you. Have a good day.